Fellas, it is a sad, sad day in which I will not be the champion for a third year in a row. Pains me to say, as I tried my hardest. I had David Johnson go down after the first week. Later on, I had Odell go down. Hilton was useless because of Luck getting hurt, and Jordy's value being shot because Aaron Rodgers decided to get hurt. And injury bug just caught up to me finally, and I couldn't do it. But I would like to congratulate Mr. Daniel Behrman and Mr. Chris Martindale on their W's because they'll be playing for a championship. So congratulations, guys. This week will probably be a little bit shorter since it's just the two matchups to talk about. But they both went into the Monday night game with championship championship whatever implications. That's what I'm looking for in the matchup. So my team kind of crapped the bed, to be honest. Started off bad with Phillip Rivers only getting 7 points. And I'm kicking myself because I really was concerned about that in-divisional matchup, especially on the road. But he had been hot, so I rode the hot hand, and it failed me. With that, Le'Veon Bell kept doing his thing, but I had mediocre. The depth at running back for me was just gone. I played Jay Stewart since Coleman got hurt, and he was out, and he didn't do that well. I expected big things from Jordy coming back. He had been healthy, but Aaron Rodgers coming back, he even had the opportunity, but he just couldn't make it happen. So I only put up 105, and then I was down by about 5 points going into the matchup. And then Daniel had Devonta Freeman, who had almost 28 points scored, so that heavily knocked me out. And even if you just sort of flip, we talked about this, but someone else on your bench, like Shepard, 25 on your bench, Crabtree, 19 on your bench, you could have put up even more points on there. So congratulations. It said better be lucky than good, but you were good this week, Daniel. Your second highest point total scored of the season to vault you into the championship versus Mr. Chris Martindale. So I was looking at their matchup going on last night, and I can't remember exactly how many points. It was like 12 or 13 points is what Andrew needed from Matt Bryant. And so the game could have went different. So I was actually keeping track of it, and I saw Atlanta was in the red zone. I was like, ooh, I hope he makes this to make it like a 1 point difference. And then the field goal got blocked. And so if I understand this correctly, if that kick, it was a 33-yard kick, if it doesn't get blocked, that would put +3, but also he got -1 for it being a missed kick, so that would have been a 4-point swing to give him a half point more than what Chris scored. So I know the game flow would have looked differently, but if that's the only difference, then that blocked kick saved Chris's season, and he is going to the championship because of it. So Chris had several players do well, but caught the short end of the stick on injuries. AJ Green just got shut down, but Antonio Brown got hurt. He's out for the championship matchup. Keenan Allen got hurt. He might be back. He did a 7.9 before he got hurt, at least. Devonta Adams would have had an even bigger game if he hadn't gotten hurt. At least he had 14 points before he got hurt. And then McCoy doing the bulk of the work there with the 23, Gronk being Gronk. Hey, that Gronk move worked out. I was kind of curious how that would work out in the grand scheme of things, that trade he made in the offseason. Brady had a pretty quiet day, all things considered. I expected more than 15. That's not bad, but I expected more in that matchup. Kareem freaking Hunt, though, 36 points. Starting off with the monster day. In their Vikings D's 19 points. Here's the part that hurts, Andrew. Now I'm looking at your bench here, and Olsen 22, Newton 31, Woods 13 points on your bench. That's rough. Unfortunately, Thielen couldn't take advantage of that good matchup there. I know Diggs got a touchdown, so maybe if that touchdown had went the other way, would have looked differently. Your bench did pretty well too, Chris, but with Antonio Brown, A.J. Green, Keenan Allen, Devonta Adams, your receivers are set to go there. So that score, the final of that was 118 to 114 in that. So that was a close matchup, fellas. That was nuts, seeing that final. I loved it coming down to the Monday night matchup there. So I went ahead and adjusted everybody's matchup from the previous week to where the higher seeds. Actually, I made it to where the next round is just what the previous matchups were for seeds 5 through 10 to keep that going in there, and I'll adjust that after next week too to keep the seeding the same for the draft for next year. But so, and also Daniel, the winners are we, since this is still the playoffs in the winners bracket, whoever wins our matchup will have the 3 seats, so the 7th pick, and whoever loses will have the 6th pick in the upcoming draft. But I'm still trying to win 3rd place. At least I can place by getting 3rd this season, so bragging rights in that at least. But congratulations once again to Daniel and Chris for moving on to a hopefully fun matchup here. I'd love to see what kind of moves Chris can do to try and figure out his receivers for next week with the injuries. And Daniel, got to bring your A game, man. You want that championship, go get it. But that helmet is going to leave my desk at the CSRC, unfortunately. But that's all I got for this week. So have fun, guys, and we'll see who wins.